just want to thank you both again for joining Kelly and I to talk about IICF and Blessings in a Backpack. As Kelly mentioned, I'm Marcy Stephen, and I work for Berkshire Hathaway Specialty Insurance here in Chicago, and I serve as the grants chair on the IICF Midwest Board of Directors. So, as Kelly had mentioned in previous correspondence, the IICF launched a campaign in April to raise funds to help nonprofit and charitable organizations that are providing vital services to children at risk during this pandemic. We are proud to partner with Blessings in a Backpack for the Illinois and Ohio regions. The funds that have been raised during this campaign have been raised by both corporate and individual contributors. By raising these funds, that we hope to make an impact for children struggling with food insecurities and other risks exacerbated by the pandemic crisis.
Blessings in a Backpack is a nationwide organization, and what we do is we feed children on the weekends. So it's for those children who actually during the school day get their food at school, and many of them live in food insecure households. And when they go home on Fridays, normally in normal times, they go home on Fridays and then they don't have enough food over the weekend. It's about 65 hours from the time they leave school on Friday before they come back on Monday. And so what we do is we actually send a bag full of healthy food, nutritional components that go home with that child to be able to get through that weekend and supplement whatever food they might possibly have. And so we do that around the country. We're a volunteer-driven organization. People over the country are involved in it. And so we deal with food insecurity for children on the weekends.
That's great. And what has been the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the people that you serve?
Yeah, Erin, I'll let you talk about that.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it's projected on early March. It was estimated there's about 11 million children across the country that face food insecurity. And food insecurity is that they don't always know when their next meal is coming from. Feeding America, in partnership with some other donors and nonprofits, each year does a Map the Meal Gap, where across the country, they work with all these different organizations to identify the true picture of hunger in America. And unfortunately, right now, they're projecting that throughout 2020, there's going to be 18 million children that are now going to be facing food insecurity. So what's happened with this pandemic is it's really pushed us back decades in decreasing the level of food insecurity for children across the country. So we've already seen that with the work that we're doing. In March, our school-based food distribution system, sending food home in kids' backpacks, shifted. And whenever we then shifted our distribution methods, within weeks, we saw that the number of kids in specific communities that were in need of weekend nutrition was already increasing. Mm-hmm. And so we're now preparing for that as we go into the summer months, where we have more program locations operating than we've ever had before, and going back into school, that we're ready to meet the unfortunate increased need of kids that are might be hungry on the weekend.
So then are you partnering over the summer with summer camps or like organizations that provide meals during the week then, or?
Yeah, so during the summer, it's Boys and Girls Clubs. They've been a great partner of ours across the country. Sometimes it's other community organizations that for some reason or other have a gathering of people, mm-hmm. And we just tag team onto that. Sometimes it is still school-based. Mm-hmm. So it's been amazing. We've never had the opportunity to develop a separate distribution method, mm-hmm. that we were forced to do in March this year, and to see the dedication of our donors, our volunteers, and our partners that have helped make that happen during the summer months. It's been very inspirational.
So it could have been wherever they were picking up the food at that point, or continue to. We try to participate in that way. And so wherever it is, we try to make sure our local volunteers and our bags of food are able to get there.
So we are really excited to be able to support Blessings in a Backpack And the funds, again, raised from this grant have been supported from the insurance community in both the Illinois and Ohio regions. And we hope that this $80,000 will have
Oh my
an impact
God.
in your locations, both in
What?
Ohio and Illinois.
Oh my gosh, that is so wonderful. We never expected a gift like this. Oh my goodness. How exciting. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, we'll be able to feed so many kids. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're
That's-
excited too.
Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful.
20,000 bags of weekend nutrition for kids right there. That's
Right
amazing.
there. Yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much. It's really surprising, but your industry really stepped forward. Thank you so much.